Oh my goodness. I don't know if I'm glad or if I'm not. When I made the Inter Miami video, I touched on Palmeiras and I thought, should I mention the fact that South American teams are undefeated? Because Botafogo are about to play PSG, and we all knew what we thought when we were going into it. They had a good game plan, and they negated PSG's tactics and forced PSG to kind of throw balls in the box, and it was pretty comfortable defending. I'm gonna say the only one watching as someone even cheering for Botafogo to do well. The only one that made me nervous was Kavichi Kvaratskhelia. That's the only one. It was when he was on the ball, it was like, okay, something might happen. He would always get a shot off, and then it was like, is it going to be on target? Is it not? We'll see. But other than that, they did very well. And I don't want to hear excuses. That's it. I don't want to hear excuses. Big up South American soccer. Big up Futebol Brasileiro, porra. Because little did you know, everything that you've thought so far is probably a scam. European supremacy is a farce. That's it. That's it. Now, yes, I'm going to say, you could say, but come on. I mean, PSG are much more talented, sure. But we also know that these European teams are riddled with not only just South American teams, but players from all over the world. And a lot of South American players. And more specifically, a lot of Brazilian players. And now Brazilian teams are getting a bit more money, a little bit more investment. And this is what you're seeing. You're seeing great performances. Don't tell me PSG weren't taking that seriously. Don't tell me that Luis Enrique didn't want to win that game. He looked nervous. I wouldn't say nervous, but he looked stressed. He looked like he was trying to think of a way to fix it. He looked like he was putting effort. He looked like he cared. Because at the end of the day, let's be honest, we know that PSG cares. We know that Real Madrid cares. The clubs, at least. Oh, but they've had long seasons. I'm going to pull it up, actually. Give me 1 second. On the year, PSG have played 59 games. That's a lot of games. Botafogo this year, in the calendar year only, I'm not even speaking about last season, which they played 74 games, by the way, because Brazilian teams play a lot more. And they play every 2 days or whatever. Oh, and you want to complain about the weather too? Because that's the weather that we typically play at. That's the weather that they typically play at in other leagues around us. Oh, it's so hot. It's this. Oh my goodness, the weather. Oh, the pitches. Oh, try to play in South America where the fields aren't great. You know what? You think the heat in Miami is bad? Try to play in La Paz, Bolivia. The one thing that I must make a complaint about, and this is the craziest thing, is the bias. The bias was wild. The bias from the commentators, the bias from the referee. The referee bias was crazy. The calls that he was making were crazy. Were like, nah. There was clear calls that didn't make sense, and over again, they take the grit and the passion to get to the ball as aggression, and then instantly he thought it was a foul. There was a play where João Neves clearly handballs it. I don't know if it was purposeful or not, if he really tried to, or if it was like his hand was out here and it touched the tip of his finger, but it was the most clear handball you could call. It's not near the shoulder, his hand is not nowhere, nothing. Doesn't all these missed calls. I remember once that the Barbosa kept the ball in, the referee doesn't call it, does his thing, and the commentator questions the referee. He's like, oh, is that not out? And it was like, I just felt like consistently there was an assumption that it was a foul committed, or the assumption that the call should go towards PSG. You know? And I think the interesting thing is that there was this sort of this assumption that, okay, PSG are going to turn it on, and then when it wasn't, okay, PSG are going to turn it on because PSG were turning it on, when it became, okay, Luis Enrique is going to change things. He's going to, do what he needs to, and then PSG are going to do what they need to. And it just didn't work. Great performance by Botafogo. Great performance by all the Brazilian clubs. And great performance by all the South American clubs on top of that. And that it may continue, that they keep doing this, and that you don't get cocky, that you keep your head down and you keep your eyes on the prize. I would love to see a South American team win this whole thing. I would love to see the South American teams get as far as they can. And this is just turning out to be a beautiful tournament. And honestly, I think at this point, if you don't like this tournament, you might be anti-football. That's the truth. I'm going to leave that right there.